What's going on, guys? This is Dylan from
Yeah,
Hope Street. I'm here in
guys,
Texas,
what's up?
where I live.
Oh, sure, I cut you. I cut you.
All right. What's going on, guys? This is Dylan from Hope Street. I'm here in Texas, where I live.
Guys, what's up? It's Alan. I'm here. I'm here in California. And I'm at my gym right now.
Yeah. So if you're new to this channel, me and Alan are really good friends. We're both personal trainers. We own gyms, and we met during an internship like 5 years ago at a really good strength training facility in Connecticut. And we were just working as unpaid interns, just trying to learn about how to train athletes, how to help people get more in shape, fix injuries for free. Because we're just so passionate about it, and that formed a really close bond. And now we're business partners, I guess you could say.
Now we're doing this. Now we're doing Hope Street.
Yeah, it's pretty
Uh,
cool, man.
yeah, it is pretty cool. It's also crazy how you can't see in a moment where you're going to be 7 years out. I could never imagined my first day we met when I sat on the couch by you to have lunch that we'd be here doing Hope Street right now. So it's a trip.
I know it's wild. It's wild. And Hope Street again. Hope Street is still brand new. It's not really. It's our business. We're not selling anything yet. We have all these different ideas for helping you get more in shape, be healthier, live a healthier life. Down the road, we talk about a sneaker, apparel, basically everything that's going to help you live the best life that you can and inspire you kind of along the way.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, right now it's so broad that we just want to inspire as many people as we can to follow their dreams and to live their dream life. That's what Dylan and I are trying to do. And in the process, trying to help as many people as we can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think me and Alan, like, we're on our way. We took the leap and we started a gym like we both always wanted to. That's a big risk. It was scary. Like, we're
Hmm.
doing it. We're building that. We're getting in really good shape. We're training hard. We're eating right. Like, you can just kind of feel everything working together like this. Not about you, but just everything kind of builds together.
100%. It's momentum. It's all momentum, right? You can feel it. You can feel it. And it just keeps building and building and building. So, yeah, it's definitely exciting to see. Um, in this podcast, we want to talk about food a little bit more. Dylan, tell us, how are you eating right now? What do you eat? What do you stay away from? Let's hear about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So food, you could argue, is at the base of all this. It's at the base of your health, your fitness, the way you look, the way you feel. You could tie it to your energy and your income and your productiveness, your longevity of life. Like, food is
Yep.
like, if you get that in check, your whole life is guaranteed to get better. So we're gonna start talking about food a lot more because I think people have questions about that, and that's what's gonna change your life like crazy. So the way I eat is I don't eat very restrictive. I just call it a whole foods diet. I'm eating organic or grass-fed meat. I'm eating eggs. I'm eating fruit. I'm eating vegetables. I'm eating some starches like rice, potatoes, but no processed sugars, nothing processed. That at the end of the day, it's all real single ingredient foods from nature, from a farm, from the earth, not processed at all. And I think that has been one of the best reasons for my health, the way I feel, like my skin, my hair, my energy, my business.
Hmm.
All that is tied to not eating toxic food. And Alan will explain the way he eats is a little different, but very similar in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, it's funny. Dylan and I were talking about yesterday. We eat differently. We have two different approaches, but there's a lot that we agree on, kind of in the middle that we both follow. So mostly, I've talked about it a little bit, but I'm vegan. I've been vegan for 2 years now. Before then, I was eating meat all my life. I just had a kind of a intuition. I wanted to try something new. I wanted to do an experiment, and so I did a 2 year experiment of basically being vegan. And now it's like 2.5 years, and I'm kind of just still going that on that path. But kind of like Dylan said, so with my vegan lifestyle, I make a big point to eat a lot of raw foods. So a lot of fruits and a lot of vegetables. That's for sure. That's probably the base of what I'm eating is just lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. And then, for my first 2 years, I was doing something even more extreme where I was going raw vegan. And I'll talk about that in a different video. But right now, I do cook foods. So for night, I'll have like seeds. I'll have quinoa. You could do, different types of grains, but it's fairly simple stuff. If I do go out to eat with like family or my girlfriend or something, I'll get something like that. Like every now and then, if we go to eat, either get a salad or you're like, hey, I'm gonna get like a vegan pizza or something. That's not all the time, but every now and then, I'll definitely do that. But with Dylan, what we even though we have different lifestyles, we definitely agree on is no processed foods or very little processed foods. When we say no processed foods, that doesn't mean like every now and then, like once a month or twice a month, once every 2 months you go out, you can get something if you want. But we're talking about on a daily basis, stay away from processed foods. And kind of how I've always thought about it. So anything processed is man-made, made by humans, right? Any food made by humans that you consume is going to cause inflammation in your body. So if you think about it like that, I feel amazing on my vegan diet. Dylan feels amazing on his kind of, he has an all-around diet with meat. And what are the two things that are consistent there? We're both not eating processed foods. We both, we never get sick. Our skin's great. We feel great. We have tons of energy. So, I mean, that alone, so many people try to make nutrition so complex and like, clients come from the gym, like, oh, like, what do I do? This and this. And it's like, they're like, oh, give me my macros and all this. You don't even need to do that right now. If you can just start by eliminating processed foods from your diet, if you want to be vegan, if you want to eat meat, if you want to be vegan, just, hey, have lots of fresh fruits, vegetables. If you want to eat meat, have the same. And then, if you're a meat eater, just add the meat at the end. But like, it can be so simple, right? So, Dylan and I, are very big advocates of getting rid of processed foods. We don't care, if you want to eat meat or not, that's a personal decision up to you. We don't care about that. We're not trying to push that. We're just trying to get people off processed foods because they do make you sick. That's a fact.
Yeah. You just spit facts right there. I'm just like, yep, wait, is he gonna hit on this point? Yep, you hit that point. Yep, you hit that. Like, I got nothing to say, man. I mean, like you said, it doesn't have to be, you have to eat this exact way or this way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you can't be eating man-made processed food. And
you can't. Nope,
I like
you
how you kind of said macros and calories, because I do occasionally every now and then track my calories and macros just for awareness. And like I am right now trying to lose a little bit of body fat. So for me, it helps to just kind of calculate that.
Well, hey, 100%. Dylan knows what he's doing. He's already eating very clean. So if you're at that point, you can definitely track your macros, your vitamins, your minerals, all that stuff. That's very important. But if you're just getting started on this journey, forget that right now. Just cut out processed foods, basically, right?
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Like but if you look at when I'm logging all the foods I'm tracking in MyFitnessPal on my phone, it's apple, grass-fed ground beef, eggs. So it's all clean stuff. Whereas in the past, when I was like in college, it was purely like, hey, I just want to look shredded or get big. So you're just thinking purely about macros and quantity of food. And you're like, oh, I need to eat more calories. I can eat a Pop-Tart. It's going to have more calories. But then you look back now, you're like, oh my God, there's 50 ingredients on the back. How do you pronounce this? What even is this ingredient?
Yeah.
You see some stuff like
you have a powerful story, Dylan. You have a powerful story of kind of going through college and bulking and doing, cutting and just trying to eat, a calorie in, calorie out, basically. But it doesn't work like that.
No, you feel terrible. You might look on the outside, but your digestive system, your stomach, again, like your skin, your hair, loose skin, like you might look good. Like when you see bodybuilders up on a stage or on Instagram, like, oh, dude, they're shredded. Like, even take drugs out of it. Even if they're not on drugs, like their insides are not good. There's no way.
Yeah.
Whereas you focus on kind of like what Alan's saying, like eating just really good quality foods, focus on more on micronutrients. You're getting your fruits, your vegetables, good quality meat. If you're eating meat, that's just going to take care of losing body fat. It's going to take care of gaining muscle. That's just going to, like, for the average person, if you just want to get started right now and you're like, hey, I have 20 pounds I don't really like. I have, puffy cheeks I don't like. Just cut out processed foods. You can eat blueberries. Dude, eat blueberries till your freaking stomach's exploding and you're going to be fine. Like, I promise.
Exactly. It's so true, and, I feel like we live in a world right now where it's so easy to run down the store to like Trader Joe's, like, oh, I'm just gonna look at all this yummy food, and you look at the back and you can't even pronounce, the label, the food list is like the whole package. You don't know what's in there. So again, and think about it. Everything you eat, especially if you're young, if you're eating like all these processed foods and these crap foods, like right now, you may not feel a difference, but I guarantee it's taken away from your full potential, and you may not even realize it. You're going to be more sluggish. You may not even realize it. But the big thing is 10 to 20 years down the road, you're going to be paying the price for those foods, and so, I mean, it's never too late to start, but start now. And don't think, like, let's say you're someone watching, you're like, oh, crap, I'm in my 40s or 50s, and I've been eating processed foods for the last 30 years. Well, hey, the body is amazing. The body can detox itself very quickly if you give it the right fuel. So if eat clean, you can make up for all those years, right? It's never too late. So don't think that either.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I'm not perfect. Like, I've had garbage nutrition in the past. I'm sure
Hey,
Alan
me
can
too.
say he is like,
Me
yeah,
too.
like, and
Yeah.
we're just blessed that we figured it out, in our 20s early enough to be like, hey, whoa, this is the most important thing for health and fitness. The gym is great. We love the gym. But if you
Yep.
were to choose between which one to dial it in on, it'd be food all day long. You could be healthy,
Yeah.
strong, and live forever without ever stepping foot in a gym. But if you're in the gym 7 days a week, but this food's bad, it's very marginal success there.
Yeah, it's so true. If you're going to the gym, let's say 4+ days a week, and you're eating absolute crap, like, yeah, you'll get a little stronger. You're gonna look like crap though. You're gonna feel bad. You're gonna have joint pain. You're gonna age faster. If there's any ladies out there, like, I feel like girls are more into this than guys, but talking about aging gracefully, or like just looking really good into your later years. If you're eating, processed foods will destroy you. They'll make your skin wrinkly. Also, they dehydrate the body. The body it sucks nutrients from the body, because it takes so much water for your body to digest those foods. So, you want to age nicely, don't eat processed foods. Eat natural foods from the earth.
Yeah. It's really that simple. Like, just eat like that. I don't know about you, but I used to, like, I'd have stomach issues, and I'd be like, oh man, am I gonna randomly like fart in front of this group? And it's like, why is that happening? Why, and like, now that I eat so clean, like, that never happens. Or like,
Yeah.
I used to sweat a lot. I think it was tied into eating a ton of processed wheat and, like, graham crackery type stuff, fruit snacks. And I didn't know any
100%.
better. It's high school. About
Yeah.
sweat like crazy, and now I don't sweat anymore. Just stuff like that. Like, you
Yeah.
just, as you are, you're just like ready to rock in society.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, talking about sweating, so your skin is basically like your third kidney, right? So whatever's coming out of you, your body is trying to push out of you. And so, like, when you're clean, I mean, I've noticed this too. I've gone through some pretty big detoxes the past couple of years, and when I compare my body prior to post detox, I mean, before I did any type of detoxing, I would sweat like crazy when I worked out. Just be like, and I wouldn't, and you just have normal kind of BO. Now I almost don't even have BO, and like, I don't sweat as much anymore.
Hey, how do
And
you know? How do you know?
oh, because I know, bro. I know. It's because everyone's telling me, like, man, you smell like flowers, bro. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Bro, that glaze is crazy. Oh man.
But all I'm saying is, so right now, I'm gonna say this: if you're eating tons of processed food, replace that stuff with fruits. Fruits are a great replacement. They taste sweet. It's kind of like a dessert. Lots of fiber, tons of minerals, tons of vitamins. Although you're hydrating your body. Ladies also, you want to stay youthful for as long as you can, for as long as you're here. Well, guess what? Fruit is packed with water, so that's going to hydrate your skin. That's going to get rid of wrinkles and fine lines. And one thing I do want to touch on.
So let's give three actionable steps for someone that just feels like crap, not eating right.
Yeah.
So let's say, like, eating fruit. Like, would you say that's like one? Like, what are like three
Okay.
steps?
So yeah. Okay. We'll say one. One, get rid of anything processed. You're not going to eat it anymore. Anything man-made, you're done. You're not doing that anymore, right?
Yeah.
And then so okay, let's say that tips from both Dylan and I. I'll give a tip of, listen, I'm a big proponent of fruit. A lot of times, people come in my gym, they're kind of, some people are hesitant of fruit. Like, ooh, like sugar. I need to stay away from sugar. Listen, man-made sugar, so sugar made by humans, is very dangerous. Stay away from that. But fructose, sugar from the earth, from fruit, is not dangerous. If you're eating an apple, like, your body's only going to allow you to have like 3 or 4 apples, and you're going to be full, right? There's so much fiber in that food. So don't never worry about overeating fruit. Sometimes I tell people, hey, have some more fruit. Like, okay, I did. I'm like, okay, what'd you have? And they're like, oh, I had an apple and like half a cup of blueberries. And I'm like, eat more fruit. Like, that's not enough fruit. So don't be scared of the fruit. Your body will tell you when you've had enough. Okay. And most fruit, isn't going to spike your blood sugar like crazy. I mean, there's so much fiber in it that it's impossible. Compared to like a soda, if you have a soda, your blood sugar is just going straight to the roof and then dropping. So that's what I'll say. Incorporate more fruit. Dylan, what about you? What are you going to say?
I would say this one's kind of broad, but you need to learn how to cook and prepare food because there's very few places you can go out into the world and sit down at a table and eat a meal that has no seed oils, no preservatives, no artificial sweeteners.
Yeah.
I can't really even think of any. Like, sure, like a Chipotle is a good enough spot if you're on a road trip or something, but that still has so much stuff in it. You need
Yeah.
to learn how to cook and prepare food. I don't care how old you
So
are.
true.
You are not, but I don't know how to cook. If you're telling yourself that, you are self-limiting, you're self-deprecating, and you don't believe in yourself. That you can't put 3 eggs in a freaking pan and in another pan, put some ground turkey, put some peppers, and mix that all up, boil some rice, and have a sweet meal. Right, cut
Yeah.
up an apple. Like you cannot. There's no excuse. It's not about money. Buying all your food and preparing it is way cheaper than eating out, and it's
True.
not take that much time. I prep all my food for the whole week in 1 hour on Sunday, and I'm super busy running a business. So is Alan.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for not being able to cook and prepare your own food.
So true. If you need help with that, Dylan has an amazing video on this channel. So go check that out right now.
Yeah, that's the one. I get really, I'm trying to get worked up, but like we work with a lot of clients, all different ages and stuff. And people are like, oh, I just don't know how to cook. I don't have time. I don't know what to buy. Like, I literally give you a list of foods to buy. Go buy it. I'm not a
Yep.
chef. I cook like a bro. Like, I just cook chicken and then like a rice and a veggie and just mix it all up. Like, I'm not following these crazy intricate recipes.
Yeah.
Just learn how to cook basic food. There's no reason you can't. It's not out of your budget. It's not out of your timing of your life. You have to learn how to do it. There's no other way.
So true. Yeah. And just make it simple, guys. It doesn't have to be this complex thing. You don't have to be eating, a ton of different foods every day. Just find what you like, keep it simple. And that's usually going to be the healthiest thing right there. One thing I do want to touch on too, be careful when you go out to eat, especially in the United States. Almost every single restaurant is cooking their food with vegetable oils, seed oils, right? That stuff is horrendous for your health. So if you are cooking, I recommend coconut oil, avocado oil. If you don't have those, then olive oil is decent, but I really recommend coconut avocado oil. And just, like eating out's fine, but just be careful. Be careful. If you're always eating out, it's never, even if it's a healthy restaurant. Well, guess what? If they're using seed oils, vegetable oils, that's definitely not healthy. So be careful of that.
Yeah, so true. I mean, what would you say? How would you say your life has changed from eliminating processed foods in the last few years? Like, tell me like how much success that's given
Yeah.
you in your life.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Okay, first off, I never get sick. I've in the past, it's been like two years and 2 months. I've gotten sick once, and I only got sick. I hate to say this, my girlfriend was sick. I mean, I've been around my family where they've been sick, and I'll be right by. I'm hanging out, and never got sick. My girlfriend was sick. We're on vacation, and like I'm just because my girlfriend's sick, I'm not, doesn't mean I'm gonna stop kissing her. So I was kissing her, and I got sick that way. So I like basically tried as hard as I could to get sick. Okay, I got sick, but I guarantee you, if I wasn't kissing her, I would not have gotten sick. So number one, you never get sick. Number two, you have tons of energy. Number three, your vibration raises. I mean, I've really felt in the past 2 years, my vibration has increased so much. It's wild. And then that goes into your friendships you make, the people you bring into your life, my romantic relationships, and definitely my business. My business has skyrocketed. I mean, I started my business 2 years, but still in those 2 years, I went from a normal employee to a business owner, and just, I've had the most success I've ever had since I've been on this earth. So it's nothing but good stuff. Dylan, what about you?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah, dude. I mean, all the same stuff. Like, I don't get sick. I really don't get sick like at all. maybe a little common cold here and there, but I'm never like in bed for more than a couple hours. I would say I've never just effortlessly looked as good. You know, I train really hard and I eat really well, but if you like saw me at the beach, you might think like, oh my God, like he must be like slaving away all day, every like I work hard at the gym like 3, 4 days a week, and yeah, I eat really clean, but it's not like this crazy lifestyle where like I'm all it's you're effortlessly looking good. I think no alcohol is a big part of that too, which we didn't touch on. Al and I
100%.
don't drink alcohol. That is another thing. You need to stop drinking. You can have a drink if that's part of your life, 1 or 2 a week. We've totally eliminated it because we just don't see the value in it. That is another thing that's going to cause your health to
So
always stagnate.
that's a great point, Dylan. I forgot to even touch on that. I forgot that we don't even drink.
Yeah.
But Dylan says you want to have a drink, have a drink. I'm going to say F that, get rid of it.
Hey, it's a hard sell to just tell the average person, hey, go from drinking
Yeah.
10 drinks a week to zero. Obviously, that's the long-term goal. But if you guys switch, hey, I came down slowly, so I want to encourage people to do that too.
Yeah. No, there's no wrong way. And definitely, you can take steps to get there. But I think that, honestly, that's even big, probably even bigger than processed foods in the immediate future. If you're drinking right now, that's the first you should do. Cut that. There is nothing good is going to come from you drinking. The friendships you make while you're drinking, fake. It's not real. You're not really bonding with people. If you're going out to party, you're not going to. Most likely, you're not going to meet your partner at the club or the bar, and you just there's nothing good comes from it. My life elevated drastically when I quit drinking. I said, hey, you know what? I'm done with that. Other people have even been like, whoa, that's so cool you don't do that, and have been inspired to do the same. And so I think it's just, you look at some of the most successful people in the world, guess what? They're not drinking. They just don't drink. And talking about your vibration rising, alcohol will lower your vibration extremely low to a very, very low point. Whereas getting rid of it and getting rid of processed foods, you'll slowly start to raise.
Yeah, I mean, it's a depressant. It's literally going to bring you down. Oh, we got a few minutes left here before it stops.
Yep.
Really quick. Yeah, it's a depressant. It's going to lower your testosterone. It's going to just absolutely kill your drive, your energy, your motivation. Nothing good is going to come from it. But I will say, like I said, no alcohol, eating not processed food, effortlessly look good, effortlessly feel good. I don't get tired. I never get tired. If I'm tired, it's because I was up early and it's 10 o'clock now. I'm tired. But the day to day, like nothing drains me, nothing tires me out. I just feel so confident. I feel like I can step out into the world. I'm like, dude, I'm exactly how I am. And I have like no shame. I'm not insecure. Like I am in love with my body and therefore myself and the energy I'm putting out in the world. So I think it really all comes back to food, to be honest, man. I think it all comes back to food.
It really does. I mean, think about it, guys. Your food makes out your gut, right? There's a gut brain connection. It's the way you're thinking is directly related to your gut health. So improve your gut health, you're going to improve every area of your life.
Yeah, man. See, we got a few minutes left on this thing,
bro. I have a client right here. I'm gonna have to peace out in a second.
Yeah. Well, hey, we'll just leave it with. If you guys have any questions about how to eliminate processed food, leave in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to us. We're going to be talking about this in our channel nonstop because we think it's the single, simplest step everyone can take right now to improve every facet of their life.
Yeah. Well said. Well said.
So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We got some more vlogs coming out this week. But, yeah, hope you guys took something away. And, again, ask any questions. Let us know kind of where you are in your journey. If you're eliminating processed food, we'd love to hear about and interact with you guys.
100%.
Awesome. All right, bro.
All right, guys. See ya. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Have a good one.